guys, welcome back to the channel. I just want to record because, well, the Aurelio liveries are not coming anytime soon. It's gonna come on season 9, to be frank with you. So I decided to just record my gameplay at MP Esports today. If you didn't know, I'm a driver in MP Esports, the highest category, MP. And well, this is how the race went. After a quali where I missed out on top 8 by absolutely nothing. Because I qualified P9 and not enough people submitted, I end up skipping the quarterfinals. And a little bit later, I found out that I'm facing Inferno. But before I faced him, I needed a bit of practice to try and get the optimal total time. The racetrack is Canada, by the way. I saw someone in the higher bracket get around a 154, so I decided that's what I was gonna aim for. But since this was the lower bracket, a little bit less would have been fine as well. I arrived at lap 2 and, well, ended up crashing into turn 1. So I had to try again, and if I fail, well, it's just multiple attempts until I feel satisfied. And not even 6 turns into lap 1, I went out of bounds, disabling my active arrow. So I just decided to go for another attempt. Literally the exact same thing happened in my third attempt, but I realized this was the lower bracket, so missing out on one active arrow is not gonna do too much. In the end though, I crossed the line and I was pretty happy with this attempt. I ended up with a 155.4 and thought to myself, I was ready. The duel came around and I was pretty confident in my abilities. I thought that I would be able to take him on. He was kindly waiting for me. He joined in first, so I took the first grid slot while he took the second. Not that it made much of a difference though, because it's your driving that mainly determines your position on the track. Wow, mind blowing, I know. Anyway, as we headed into turn 1, the second most difficult turn after the hairpin in my opinion, Inferno crashed like straight away. So I had like this 5-second lead on him, and any silly mistakes would not be that costly, as you saw here. I thought this one would have been costly though, like no active arrow heading into a pretty long straight, I would say, but it didn't do too much, honestly. I was still around 4 seconds ahead, and I even missed out on active arrow here, but this straight is much shorter. And yeah, it just shows how much the crash affected him. I ended up winning the duel by a pretty fine margin. So the next duel was against Baspa, the finals of the lower bracket, but I had to wait for him before he came online himself. I joined almost immediately. I entered the code in as soon as I said it, and when I ended up joining, I was a little surprised to see me in the first grid slot rather than the second, but like I said, it doesn't matter. We wait for 5 red lights and we just get off the line normally. And nothing interesting happened until I reached turn 6 in lap 1 again, where I missed out on active arrow. This turn has just been my nemesis. To make it worse, missed out on active arrow here as well. So that, like, towards the end of this straight, which I said was long enough, Basba just managed to catch up because he had the active arrow advantage, obviously. So I was down in the race. I knew that I needed to nail turn 1, and I thought I could get back in this race somehow, but then I crashed at this second hairpin and I knew there was no winning from here. Eventually I crossed the line and I was like, I lost by almost 19 seconds in the final duel. So yeah, I ended up finishing P10. Not my best result, but the season finale in Brazil is coming soon and I have special plans for this Grand Prix. So stay tuned for that and I'll see you next time.